Welcome back to A Drop of Happy with me, your host, Wanda Toby, where we focus on carefree, stress well, light and lively living while reviewing and discussing all things entertainment and wellness. And don't forget, there is the blog version, lightevi.com, Litevi.com, and A Drop of Happy is available on all major streaming platforms, including now the Pandora. So, very excited about that. Uh, what's on today's show? Today, we're going to do an entertainment segment because this is mostly about entertainment because I did finally get to see Superman. And I do want to talk about it. So there. So there. Uh, other things in the entertainment tidbit. Justine Timberlake, NPR, PBS, Shannon Sharp. Now you know I'm trying to stay away from too much mess, but Lord, uh, Kamala Harris, Cowboy Carter. Then, of course, we're going to talk about Superman and some other stuff. But before we do that, let's talk about the journal prompt, aka stress well tip journal prompt that I want you to think about, because I always try to make it on brand, a little thematic. And I came up with this thinking about the movie Superman. And without giving spoilers, we're going to get into it when I get to the movie. But the prompt is, or the thought, and what I want you to write about or ask yourself or contemplate on, is to believe in you. Believe in you. And from that, I want you to think about a time when you let self-doubt take over. What was the outcome? What lessons did you learn? Ultimately, I think you have to believe in yourself and your capabilities in order to do more than what others think of you or to rise to the occasion. Because there's some people that think you are the best thing ever. Like the people who support you, the people who have your back, the people who know what you're capable of. Sometimes it'll be your mama. Like I think my kids, they tell me they want to do something. I'm gonna be like, yeah, baby, you can do it. What you gonna do to make it happen? Because I think they can. I think my friends can. I think because what are we not capable of? But there's also going to be the people that are the haters, right? They're going to be the people that they don't have your back. They don't support you. They don't have your back. As a matter of fact, bump having your back, they are rooting for your downfall, right? So you have to believe in yourself enough to beat those allegations that you can't, that you're unable, and believe in yourself to rise to the occasion of the people that know you can. But you have to have that within. So the tip is to believe in you. Believe in you. And kind of, again, to reiterate, what I want you to write about or think about is, when was the last time that you didn't? When was the last time that you let self-doubt take over? What was the outcome? And the whole point of thinking about that is so you can learn from that and not let it happen again. So you can learn from that and be like, what mistakes did I make? And how do I need to shift that narrative so I will not let that happen again? So I will rise to the occasion. So I will do what I got to do. Because why? Because I believe in me. I believe in my capabilities. I believe in my power. I believe in what I can do. Because why? Because you breathe air. Because you are here. And I've said this the last time, and I always believe this. You are worthy just because. So that's the prompt. That's the tip. That's the whatever you want to call it. But I encourage you to journal. Always going to be my push. But if you don't, then this could be your moment of reflection. Like if you do a mindfulness moment, like in the morning or in the evening or what have you, this could be your moment of reflection. So that is the Stress Well journal tip of the day. Well, of the episode, really, of the episode. Okay, so moving along to entertainment shenanigans. So if you're on social media, and if you're not, then here's your little, I don't recommend it, by the way. Do not recommend, because it is a productivity sucker. Okay? If you got a lot of things going on, and you got your stuff together, you got your life together, I do not recommend. But I'll give you a little sneak peek. So Justin Timberlake has been performing. He is on tour. I don't know if he's still on tour. But while he was on tour, uh it was he struggled. He struggled, okay? There are memes, jokes going around of him barely singing, and I think that's being generous. I think that's being generous. So, but here's the thing. This is why social media is so real time. It's so real time because, and media, like mainstream media, news outlets, they are skewed. And if you think otherwise, I'm sorry for you, because they are. Okay, they're skewed towards the message that they want to spread. They're skewed towards the person that they like. They're skewed. So anyway, if you were to do a search and like on news articles, you would not find much about how terrible he's doing. You'll probably find it from bloggers and online um, websites, entertainment websites, and things like that. But mostly, you'll find it on social media, where real people are posting, real people who are at the concerts, real people having their real experiences, right? That's why it's very real time, or as close to real time as you're going to get. But he's not really performing. He might as well be standing on stage in his pajamas, in instead of the audience singing along with him, he's singing along with the audience barely. It was a very abysmal show. Okay. And it's not just one time, not like he had a bad night. This was consistently. So then, and this, I feel so bad, because I feel so bad that I'm even saying this, and I'm even about to say this. So then press release comes out, he has Lyme disease. And the pessimist in me, whatever you want to call it, cannot help but be like, is this just a convenient press release? Is this just convenient information that now you're telling us you have Lyme disease? Anyway, this. So sometimes people do things for show, and sometimes you should just take a rest. Just bow out. Just admit, you know what, things aren't working out. Maybe I don't feel like something. Give the people their money back. Be like, you know what, I'm not doing my best. I'm gonna come back. But again, I hate to say it, but I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know what the hell that was, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's the convenience of the release of this news about him being diagnosed with Lyme disease. That is all. Moving on. Corporation for Public Broadcasting will be shutting down after Congress has passed the bill that cut funding for it. I know there's rumors that NPR and PBS will shut down. No, they will not be shutting down, because NPR, the funding that NPR received from CPB, I think I read online it was like 1%. It was a very small percentage. PBS, theirs was a bigger percentage. I think NPR was like 1%, and PBS, I don't remember what it was. I did look it up. I just don't remember. But it was a little bigger percentage, but they are still going to survive. Probably be getting more money than they were from the users. Anyway, but the other smaller local networks that heavily relied on funding, they will be they will have problems. And also a lot of people are going to lose their jobs because this was a huge cut. So, but I just wanted to bring it up because, NPR, a lot of people rely on NPR for just unbiased news coverage. And PBS is a staple, man. Like if PBS went away, I think I would have cried because I relied on PBS as a child and my kids. Like I remember, and PBS just has been around forever. It's just, I would have. I mean, there's a lot of things. We're staying in light. Let's focus. Let's focus on the frivolous stuff. There are plenty of other users and plenty of other outlets for you to get the deep and heavy stuff. I try to keep away from that here. So we're going to go back on the light and fluffy. Okay. Speaking of, there is this, I'm not going to call him an online personality because I'm not trying to disrespect him like that, but he is a producer. His name is Kevin On Stage. His real name is Kevin Fredericks. And I have been following him on social media pre-pandemic, forever, for a minute. Because I always thought he was funny, lovely personality, just cool person, from what I can see, because I don't know the man, okay? But he has a show on BET Plus called Churchy. I've been seeing the little clips, and they look cute, and they look funny. I'm not getting BET Plus. I'm just saying. But now he has another show. So the Churchy has been renewed for a second season, but he also has another show coming out called The Hospital. So now I'm like, oh, maybe I should get it, but I'm not. So y'all can just tell me how it is, because I do not need another thing to be distracted on. And I really stopped watching BT regularly a long time ago. But I am very happy and excited for him because, sometimes you want to see good people get their just dues. And he seems like a good person, and his wife is hilarious. And so love that. And also on that, he created a space for himself where there wasn't any, which the internet and social media and things like that allow you to do that. So super excited for him. Okay. Now, this is from a couple weeks ago. Y'all know the situation with Shannon Sharp. Okay. I'm not really, that's a little too down in the mess. That's a little too down in the mess. And I've touched on it before. I touched on it when you think about drama and mess of your own making, stress of your own making. Like you be creating that stuff. Like there's no reason for you to be in this situation, but here we are. Okay. So just a quick summary. He had to pay that girl $50 million. Was it $50 million? He had to pay that girl lots of money, more than what he could have got away with before. Anyway, that's not what I want to talk about. He is being sued again. Him and Chad Ochocinco and his production company, because they talked mess about somebody on their show. And they said all types of stuff about this lady. And she's like, oh, none of it is true. None of it is true. And I'm going to need y'all to stop talking about me. But they didn't. And she's like, okay, bet. Now run me my money. She probably going to get some. Because it's defamatory behavior. You feel me? So she's probably going to get some money. And here's the thing, it's easy to straddle the line, but when you have a huge following, you do have a responsibility to fact check. And if you have fact checked and it cannot corroborate the mess that you've been saying, then you have a responsibility to retract your statements, because you may think, oh, I'm just chilling, having a conversation with my buddy. But you're talking about people and you making it seem like fact, and other people are thinking or agreeing with you, and are like, yeah, this must be true. Well, now you're defaming the person, especially if it's not true. You can talk all day about it if it's true. Uh, so, or you say allegedly. You say, I'm not sure, but I think. But if you don't, and you doubling down, Tasha K can tell you that. Tasha K can tell you that because she got a lot to pay over that. So anyway, they're getting sued for $20 million. I don't know if I said that, for $20 million. Okay. My soror, Kamala Harris, is releasing a book, and I shall be pre-ordering it. It's called 107 Days because I'm very curious. I'm very curious. I know what I was doing in those 107 days. Again, I don't want to talk about this, but I'm going to touch on it because there's people that want more from her than she is obligated to give. So there was a creator, and there was a creator that was like, oh, she over here trying to sell books. Why ain't she over here trying to help us out and do something about the current states that we're in? Ma'am, the current state that we're in, it deal with the current administration that's in and contributing to the current state that we're in. That woman is no longer on the clock. You don't want to buy her book? That's fine. Don't buy her book. But don't be like, yo, where you at? She's chilling. She's at home. She's off the clock. She writing books. She whatever the heck she chooses to do. That's it. Bust the Bus. Busta Rhymes got his Walk of Fame, and well deserved. You know, he's been in the game for a minute. Got his Walk of Fame. Very excited. Supposedly he's working on an album. Yeah. And I'm so sad that I missed the tour with him, Missy, and Sierra. I know that tour was good. And just as like I'm sad that I'm missing Lee. Oh Lord, I mean I am missing Aaliyah, but that's not who I was talking about. Brandy and Monica. I really want to see their tour. I'm missing that too. Maybe I'll still try. Anyway, but he got the Walk of Fame this week, a couple days ago, last week. I don't know, recently. Okay. Let me tell you something. One music fest. I've gone to one music fest 3 times. And I feel like last year was the last time. Hey, last year was the last time. Because one music fest is too big. So they call themselves sending me a text that I don't know if tickets are available, their lineup. I don't even know who's in their lineup. I'm lying, I kind of do. But I don't care because I'm not going. Because let me tell you, the last time I went, it was too much. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe I'm old, y'all. Maybe I'm old. I'm an auntie. Okay. And maybe auntie is just can't do it. Maybe auntie just can't hang like she used to hang because it was a lot. First of all, the stages, you know, I had to walk a 3K just to get from one stage to the next. Whew. Just thinking about it now, and it was hot. And I went both days last year. Was it last year? Maybe the year before last. I think I skipped last year too. But anyway, it's in Atlanta. It's usually in October. So if you are so inclined, the list of the people is out there. They're probably recruiting for vendors and selling tickets. I don't know. But I saw the text and I was like, oh, it's happening. And it's too big. It's too much. Child. But it's happening. I think Dochi's on there and a whole bunch of other people. But you can check it out if you so choose. Maybe the young people, if you got enough energy to sprint between stages. And then I could, you know what? That's it. I'm done because I definitely can go on, and I'm not trying to hate. It's just not for me. But the lineup has been released. That's all I'm saying. And I want to end this segment before I move on to the movie review. I want to end this segment where Cowboy Carter ended, where Miss Knowles ended, where Beyonce, Sasha Fierce, Blue the manager, Rumi the free spirit. It has come to an end, okay? And I went to night 3. And I thought, Atlanta night 3, and I thought I was like, you know what? Jay-Z came out. She not only flew on the horse, she flew on the horseshoe. I'm like, okay, you know. And then Vegas happened. And I get it, it was the final show. I get it. But Kelly and Michelle came out. And Shabuzi came out. But it's fine. It's fine. The show is over. 407.6 million gross. And here's the thing. Let me tell y'all something. I did not get Nan one t-shirt because I wasn't going to pay that much. I had a great time. It was a beautiful show. Loved it. Will I go to the next one? I'm ready for the punk rock, the rock and roll, whatever it is. Yes, the plan. It's me and my daughter. That is the plan. But let me say this, y'all done gave Michelle PTSD, because I will say this: when she was walking down that stage, she was a little shaky. Now she was a little not, but I could tell she was real cautious. The girl, look, I know she'd be worried. Lord, please don't let me tumble. Please don't let me tumble. I don't think she will ever live that down. Like, Beyonce has tumbled. Beyonce's got her hair caught in a fan. Stuff has happened. But I just don't think the way we go after Michelle for that tumble that time, Lord. She was little, not totally, but these are from the clips that I've seen. But they look beautiful. They did a great job. There was some little pitch issues, but who am I? I'm not the lady on the tickety tot that be teaching people how to sing. Okay, la 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 la. I ain't her. So who am I? I'm just a consumer. And I had a great time, and the show was good, and it is now over, and I shall be waiting for the next. But she was, if the highest grossing country tour. I know some people won't categorize it at that, but talk to your mama. I don't know what to tell you. So, but it is over, and we wait. We wait for the next installment. We wait for what is next to come. Okay. Can I talk to y'all about Superman right quick? So Superman is back. And Superman is my pride and prejudice. Superman is my Christmas Carol. Superman is my Spider-Man. What does that mean? It means that any variation that they come up with, I will be watching. They can have 201 versions of them. I will watch excitedly. Like, Superman is my Godzilla. Superman is my King Kong. All of that. I will watch any version of it. And I was just as excited about this version coming out. Okay. So was I overly excited? I can't say that, but I was looking forward to it. So this version, this Superman 2025 stars, David Corn Sweat. Did I say that right? As Superman. Listen, Rachel B as Lois Lane, Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, and a whole bunch of other people, child. A whole bunch of other people. It had a good cast, and now that I'm thinking about it, like now that I'm trying to remember everything that happened to recap, it had a lot going on. Now that I'm thinking about it, a lot of stuff happened. Okay. Audiences seem to love it. Audiences seem to love it because the ratings on Rotten Tomato were 83%. 4 out of 5 from Google, IMDb, 7.6 out of 10 at the time of me writing this. And after watching it, I mean, I have my own rating, which I will give you, but I would say I agree. But before we kind of get into a more robust breakdown, there are just a few things that I didn't enjoy, which reflect in what I gave it. And unfortunately, Lex Luthor was one of them, child. Lex Luthor, he was one of the things, and I will get into it. Now, I do think the special effects were pretty cool and very well done. The pacing could have been better, but the reason why partially is because of the Lex situation. For me, I think if the Lex situation was solved, the pacing wouldn't have been an issue at all. With that being the case, the writing and kind of bringing it all together, again, could have been better. The acting was mostly good. Nicholas Hoult, listen, he was committed. Even though I didn't like Lex, I will say this. He gave it his all. I just don't think he had the best material to work with. He just didn't have the best material to work with. And the chick playing the engineer, Maria Gabriela de Faria, I'm so sorry, y'all. She missed the mark for me. Again, I think it was partially due to the writing of her character, though. I will say that. I think she didn't hit the mark for me, but I don't think it was her fault. I think it was what they yeah. But everyone else did a pretty good job. Everyone else did a pretty good job for the most part. Like the acting was, I feel like at that point, acting should not be a question in a film. That's what I feel like. Like at this level. Okay. So that's why I'm like, I'm the engineer, but I don't think it was the chick's fault. And again, I really did like the special effects. As a matter of fact, I have like a favorite scene, special effects related, but we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in the spoilers. So Superman had a lot to enjoy. Okay. It had a lot to enjoy. Unfortunately, that being the case, it wasn't enough to distract me from how good it could have been. Because I think it could have been better. Again, I'm not saying it was bad. I'm not giving it I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. Which I wish I could have given it more, but I'm gonna tell y'all why. We're gonna talk about the spoilers. And if you're not interested in spoilers, thank you for listening. Come on back after. Mark this, right? We're around the 28-minute mark line. 28-minute mark, I should say. So if you do not care for spoilers, but you've enjoyed it thus far, please like, share, subscribe, share with your friends, all that good stuff. Share on social media. A Drop of Happy, available on most social media platforms. And to visit the website, litev.com, LITEVI.com. So, spoilers. First of all, I was like, let me break down, let me tell y'all, let me summarize the movie for y'all. And I'm like, maybe not, because a lot of things happened. Like, a lot of things happened. And I'm like, it's a lot. I don't got time for all that. So there's two ways that I do. Sometimes I'll do like a whole summary and I'll talk about it, but then I'll just do like go by character. So that's what we're going to do. The gist of it is Superman broke up a fight between two countries and was like, country A, stop what you're doing, because you wrong, and if you don't stop, I'm gonna get in your behind. And then a hero from that country was just like, no, you're not. Come to find out, it was all set up by Lex to have public opinion sway against Clark. Superman is openly dating Lois, and she knows, and that was a cute little dynamic. We're gonna talk about it some more. So things happen. The what's the name of the group? Because it's not the Justice League, the Justice Gang, y'all. Lord, Hawkgirl, Mr. Terrific, and Green Lantern. They help out to save the day. There was some funny stuff. There was some cute stuff from them. Superman gets caught in a bad situation, given over to Lex. Lex puts him in a prison that's in a pocket universe. Pocket universe starts to fall apart. Lex don't care. Lex will take the whole world down to get to his goal. Mr. Terrific saves Superman at the help. Lois was just like, please save my man. Mr. Terrific helps save Superman. Then he tries to deal with the pocket universe wormhole, tearing up the universe. Can't do it himself. And it's like, Superman, I need you to help. Superman sends it's just, listen, y'all just need to go watch it. There's a lot going on, and it's too much for me to summarize. Okay, that's just it. So let's get into the character breakdowns. That's what I want to do. Okay, so Clark Kent, Superman. Like, I think he was written true to form in most ways. Like, there's a level of naive wholesomeness about him that I still got. Like, I got with Christopher Reeves. I got with Homeboy that recently played him. Although maybe not so much. But he, in this one, like definitely. So I don't know if I like that, but I feel like it stays true to the whole Superman bit, shtick, whatever you want to call it. Like that thing, Tom Welling definitely had it. Henry Cavill, I felt it. Brandon Roth, yep, him too. So he has that. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember the earlier folks, and I don't remember Dean Cain. And I don't remember Tyler Hoechlin. I don't even know what he was it. I don't remember him. I mean, I remember him, but I don't remember him. But he has that. And you know, it's like that cutesy little wholesome, like, I don't know how things work. Oh, but I can save the world. I can destroy it. I can, yeah. There's not much more that I can say. Like, he's Superman, and he still is, and he did the thing. Like, I really have no issues with. And he cute, and he got the little Superman face and stuff. At first, I was like, but there's some cuts, some scenes. I'm like, oh, okay. So I don't have any issues. But Lois Lane, it was just regular for me. Nah, I'm finding it. um, nah, I don't have anything good. I don't have anything bad to say. I don't have anything good. I don't have anything bad to say about the character. I don't have anything about the actor. I don't have anything about the character. She was there. I loved that she was like, okay, so I don't know how I feel about the dynamic of the relationship that they showed. And maybe because like it was like a magnifying glass on me personally. I do like the little aspect of them, like having that casual, I know you're Superman. Like, stop playing, it's out in the open, you my boo and you Superman. Because usually we see it like where they're still pretending, like you don't know who it is. Not on the TV series, because obviously there was a time, but on most of the movies. I just There was that one scene, that one part where she was insecure about the relationship. And I get it, because like they're doing a thing, but I guess at the time it wasn't an official thing, until I felt like she kind of let her guard down when he finally said that he loves her. And then her guard was like, oh, okay, maybe we can do this. And then she was just like, oh, my man is missing and y'all need to go find him. And I felt like, oh, what y'all, like, I felt like that was too much like me. So maybe I had a problem with it. I'm projecting, I'm triggered. But as far as the character goes, as far as the actor, she did the lowest thing. Like, I wasn't like, oh my God, she was so great, or oh my God, she was bad. No, she was solid. That's what I got from that. She was solid. Let's talk about the Justice Gang, okay? I don't like I don't know how I feel about them in this. Like, I thought they were cool. Like, first of all, it's gonna be a little biased, but I really liked Hawk Girl, even though she was like, whatever. Um and Green Lantern was Green Lantern ing. Um it was giving me, he was reminding me of, and I've never seen The Boys, but it was giving The Boys. But I've never seen it. So I'm not saying they were like bad guys. I felt like they were redeemed when they stepped up and saved Rajan Pure. Am I saying it right? And saved the country that was being attacked. I was like, oh, okay, there's some redeeming quality. And of course, Mr. Terrific, because he was just like, oh, so y'all not gonna save Superman? Well, I'm gonna go save him. I'm gonna go save him. And so I feel like Mr. Terrific was redeemed in that sense. And then Green Lantern, like I said, he was just off of self, just whatever. But I thought there was like cute little levity thrown in the mix. So I didn't hate him. It was like the little comic relief. So if I had to rank him though, Mr. Terrific, because he went and helped Lois to save, and he was just like, oh, okay, y'all not gonna do, come on, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Bump y'all. And he was like so nonchalant and cool about it. He was like nonchalant and cool. The world's about to end. Like, if we don't get this wormhole in control, like it's about to be a problem. But he was like really chilling about it. And then Hawk Girl, but I don't know why. And Green Lantern was last for me, just because he seemed most selfish. Because Hawk Girl seemed like she would have been down for whatever. But again, eventually, I felt like there was some redeeming qualities, because eventually they did something. It's just something about them. I was okay. All right. I want to talk about Crypto before I talk about the two villains. Okay. Crypto was the dog, and I felt like the dog deserves an honorable mention. Crypto was the dog, and at first I was like, this dog is annoying. Like, what is wrong with this dog? Why is this dog not trained? Like, this is a super dog, for crying out loud. Why is this dog reckless and just crazy? But then it was endearing, and I was just like, oh, he's a cute little dog. Like, he saved Superman that one time. What was it? A couple times? I don't know. But then the end, when you realize he was Kara's dog, and Kara's just crazy, and that's why he crazy, it all made sense. Like that part, it all came together. And you're just like, oh, okay. They did a really good job of tying that loose end, like being like, why are you like this? So that I liked him. And I ended up liking the dog. But let me tell you, the engineer, here's the problem that I had with the engineer. Okay. Her movements were annoying. The way she talked was annoying. And I do not feel like I don't feel like it was the actress's fault. I feel like it was the writer's fault because they did like one line. There's some things you can explain away with one line, and there's some things that need a little more. She needed a little more because she was just like, oh, that's why I volunteered for your experiment or something. What? That's it? That's all we're going to get as an explanation as to how and why you're like this? And does that explain why you move like that? I mean, should it? I don't know. I did not like her. Partially maybe because she was a bad guy. And then all the people that were working for LexCorp, like it's not like, somebody who's working at Walmart, right? The evil corporate entity. But you blatantly see this person. I don't know, maybe there's not a difference, but I'm like, you blatantly see this person literally real time destroying the city. How are you still working for them? I'm just like, well, maybe, he has threatened their lives. And so they have to, like he did with the Metamorpho guy, because he was holding his baby hostage. So the Metamorpho guy had to do the kryptonite hand to keep Superman down because the guy had his daughter. So I'm guessing it's all that, but it's a lot of philosophical and deep moral questions that come into play that this really shouldn't be about. So I digress. Let's refocus. But I couldn't help that while I was thinking about it and seeing them work for this man who was evil, and then put a parallel to things that happen in real life, not in make-believe land. So maybe that's just too much food for thought for me. And drum roll last, certainly not least, is Lex freaking Luthor. And this is why I think the movie could have been better. I just think that was a bad casting. Again, he gave it his all. He gave it his all. I feel like he gave it his all. It just wasn't a good casting. And this is why I say there's a problem with the pacing, because the beginning really relies on a strong Lex Luthor. Because the beginning, which is that building, that world building, that character building, that where you're building upon the story, he just wasn't good. And again, it's not his acting. I think it's really the writing. Like Lex usually has like a quirky side, but not too quirky, like a sarcastic side, a funny side, that makes you like, I don't want to say like obviously not relate to the villain or what have you, but that makes you kind of like the villain a little bit. That makes you be like, okay, I can tolerate you being on my screen. He had none of that. He was just all hate and just all, and then come to find out you're doing all this because you're jealous? Because really you already have everything. Like you're doing all this. You are hater number one. Like, The lengths and extent that he went to because of what? That was my problem. That was my problem with this whole thing. Like, so much relied on this Lex Luthor character being better than he was. And I'm probably not explaining myself as well as I should be or could be, but he just missed the mark. Like, we've had, and I know. There's an article that, before I continue, there's an article about all of the Lex Luthors. I'm actually, that's gonna be a happy drop because I got to talk about it. But Kevin Spacey, don't come for me. I know, problematic Kevin Spacey. But he was a good Lex Luthor. He was a good Lex Luthor. And Gene Hackman from way back in the day was an awesome Lex Luthor. So we're gonna talk about that. That's gonna be a happy drop, and we're gonna talk about the Lex Luthors. But that was the big problem. You did all that for what? Because you were jealous of the love that he was getting. You are an evil person. You have multiple beings trapped in a pocket universe. Sir, you are not a good person. And you are, again, he was not fun. Not even a little bit. He was just, so again, I felt like if he would have been written better, it would have been a better showing. They would have got a better rating from me, because some of those scenes where it required an extra something from Lex would have had it. So that is all. The spoilers on this one did kind of suck. I didn't really give you much, but that's because it was too much happening. But not like it. Let me rephrase. It was a lot happening, not too much happening. Just too much for me to regurgitate. There's plenty of places online where you could go get the summary. It was a lot happening, but again, I think it was just enough for the movie. Real quick before I end, going back to Clark Kent and his naivete, this is why I did the journal prompt that I did, Believe in You, because he fell apart. He practically fell apart when he found out, oh, dang it. Okay, let's hope I have enough time. He practically fell apart when he found out his parents weren't shit. And I don't know how I felt about that part, his parents like really being, I feel like that's not true to any of the storylines that we have seen. I did not like it. I wanted them to be like that. The tape was super, the video, the whatever, the transmission was super doctored. That's what I wanted to come out. I didn't like that they were really ain't shit. And had he had heard that part coming up, he might have been problematic. But he didn't. So he was raised by these, oh my God, I got so much more. He didn't. And so he was raised by his parents. And so other people had to be like, well, you're not this person. Just because that's what they said, that's what you were sent for. That's not who you turned into. So believe in who you are right now. Believe in the person that you turned out to be, regardless of the circumstances in which you were brought into the situation. Right? With that being said, I guess there was some controversy about Clark's parents. And they were one of my favorite things from the movie. Let me tell you what my favorite things from the movie were. The dog, Mr. Terrific, Superman, and the freaking parents. Because they were a little different, but they were just so like comforting and just regular folk. And like, I thought it was cute when the mom called him while he was doing his thing, and she was just checking out. Like, they were like regular freaking parents. And I guess somebody was talking about they were, I don't know what they said, hillbilly. I don't know what they said. I mean, I do. I just don't. I do. I just don't remember. But they didn't like the way that they were portrayed. Uh, but they were portrayed like regular freaking people, like regular down. I mean, they were Southerners, right? I did not get uh uh what is it? They said hillbilly or something. I don't know. I didn't get that vibe when I saw it. They were actually, again, mind you, borrowing everything that was said. I didn't know what was said, but they were actually one of my favorite things because they reminded me of my mama. They reminded me of family members who could care less about what's going on. All they care about is you, and just regular folk. And I thought they were cute. So I don't know what that controversy was about. I don't know what that hate was about them. I actually, and I didn't find out about that until after the fact. And I'm like, what? Yeah, they were Southerners, and sure, there's some, you know, maybe some negative connotation, but there's all types of people that are just Southerners that aren't racist or hillbillies, quote unquote, or what have you. I didn't get that. I just thought they were regular, cute little people that cared about what happened to this child that they raised. And they were actually one of my other favorites next to the dog and Mr. Terrific. All right. If you enjoyed the show, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and all the things. Pass it on. Come back, listen again. If all the things, okay, y'all know what I'm trying to say. This is the call to action. Spread it to your friends. Do it all. But most importantly, remember to live light and stress well, and practice your journal prompts.